Let's talk about different types of resources and their purposes. This is a scholarly journal article. The scholarly book or article seeks to inform and advance knowledge on a given topic. That topic may be very narrowly defined and specific to a particular field of study. Scholarly journal articles and books involve in-depth research using primary materials, like scientific research or historical documents, as well as reflection and analysis on these materials. Scholarly journal articles will include citations, and often they can involve multiple authors. The publication process for scholarly materials can range anywhere from 6 months to a year. This is considered a trade publication. Trade publications fall somewhere in between education and entertainment. They are usually focused on a particular area of study or profession. They are meant to educate the reader, but they can also be heavy with ads and points of view that might be motivated by business interests. Trade publications will also feature more colorful design and ads than a scholarly publication would. This is an example of a news article. The purpose of news articles are to inform readers of news, events, or issues relevant to personal or civic life. News articles can be great to use, but are not considered peer-reviewed or scholarly resources. The publication cycle of news is very short, and as a result, you get the information very quickly, but it's often not as well researched as information in a scholarly publication. News can quite often be very biased as well. There are ways you can educate yourself about bias in news using sites like allsides.com, as well as this well-known media bias chart. This is a magazine. Even though some magazines are educational, its primary purpose is entertainment. Magazines are not considered scholarly, and they have a very quick publication cycle. This is not to say that you cannot use them as resources for college writing, but tread carefully, and of course make sure that it's permitted. I'm going to wrap up my discussion of types of resources by circling back around to authority. In terms of college-level research and writing, a scholarly journal article would be considered the most authoritative subject, followed by a newspaper, and then last, a personal blog or website. When considering resources like newspapers, magazines, and things you find online, it's extra important to employ the TRAP test guidelines to decide whether a resource is right for you to use. Whether you find a resource in a library database, through Google Scholar, or elsewhere on the web, it's important that you think critically about it in order to identify the best sources of information for your purposes. The TRAP test guidelines give you a roadmap to help you navigate your way around evaluating information sources. But if you're ever unsure about a resource, your teacher or a librarian would be happy to look at it with you. You're almost done with this module. Please complete the visual quiz activity and the final quiz on the TRAP test to earn your badge for this module. Good luck!